What's up, Fire Fam? My name is Kiahonfire and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Today I'm doing a building video where I show you my efficient furnace build. Now, as you all know, the furnaces in Conan Exiles are clunky, they're large, they get in the way. So what best is it to make like a building where you can access all of the furnaces in one pinpoint spot? Well, I discovered this on multiplayer. I made a build like that and I was pleasantly surprised with how it worked out. I found it extremely efficient, so I wanted to share the idea with you guys because it's my little idea I want to share with you. It was pretty cool. I was like, wow, this works out really well. So we're going to get straight into it. You're going to start off with a circle, but you're not going to continue it how you would normally do, like a circle. You're going to actually go ahead and put some triangle in this layer, which is very bizarre, because usually you wouldn't do that, because of course kind of gets in the way, you know. But there you go. We're going to make the outer edge in that, and then that gives you the square side, which means you can now work like this and have these platforms coming out. So here we go. Alrighty, and then that kind of just works and sits like that. There you go. That is the kind of blueprint that you have. You could fill these bits as well in if you would like with this, but I think if I remember right, I chose not to when I was building it myself. We're then going to want to build our core in, so we're going to have the middle piece where you can access everything. I'm building this in black ice. You can build this in whatever you like. It doesn't really matter where you build it in. So let me just pick this up. So there we got our little middle spout area. One of these areas is going to be like your entrance that you walk on. So make sure the side that you want to enter into the middle is facing the direction you want it to be. And then I'm just going to kind of build this up. It can be walls this is made out of. It could be windows. The middle bit is more aesthetic. You don't even have to bother with having it like that either. So go ahead to the first person so I can see a little bit better, and up I go. There we go. And then we can go as high as we want with this as well. Like, you don't have to stop at 4. You can go much higher, and I probably will go another one up just to please my eye a bit. So I'm gonna have to climb up for that to be able to do that, because you can't reach otherwise, and you gotta be careful when you're doing that. All right, now we're at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some more. So however tall you like, you can go ahead and do that. I'll put in my last one up on the edge, throw myself over. Very good. Don't want to do that. All right, last piece going in, and there you go. And then what I tended to do, this was a little bit of aesthetic. You can go ahead and place some fence on top, however you like the look of it. It doesn't really matter what kind of material it is, as stated previously. Whee! So there we go. There is the top part, the middle part. Now we need the bit for the furnaces. And with this build, you can have it closed off or you can not have it closed off. It's entirely up to you how you would like to do it. So if you want it to be shut off and nobody can touch it, you can easily integrate that in the build and it still works perfectly. But if you just want it out and open, you don't really care, then you can also do that, and that's the kind of version I'm going to show you today. There we go. I've sided off all the sides. We're going to want to build them another one up, so we'll do another level. Boom boom in the room on all of the sides. Building out of black ice today, if you haven't noticed yet, and there's a little bit of DLC foundation in there as well. Now what you're going to need is some sloping, so you need the inverted and the normal for our next layer. So I'm going to go and grab a bunch of these. You're also going to need your ceiling piece to be able to make this structurally sound. And I'm going to go ahead and just put this on the level, kind of like a door frame. I'm going to pop it in just like that. There we go. So we're building on the kind of roofy part. This is going to support the roof eventually. There we go. Been a little bit funny there with the snap points. There you go. Alright, so that should be the whole thing like that. And then what you want to do now is just pop these all around the outside. And I've placed one wrong. I will go ahead and pick that up at another point. when I go ahead and get up there to put in my slopings. So let me finish this off. Now I've finished that off, I'm going to go ahead and do this side and do these. So it kind of looks like a little supported roofy house entrance thing. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And there we go, that's that kind of idea out of the way. So we got that going. I might actually make the spire up top a little higher because it's looking a little small in comparison to what I want it to be. But that is that so far. Then I'm going to go ahead and put stairs in. You can do this just for just one side, or you can do it for all the sides. It's totally up to you. Or, like I said, you could block this off. You could just put like a plain wall in these parts if you wanted the locked up addition. So I'm going to pop these in there by these foundations, so you can access it on the outside as well. There we go, beautiful. Okay, very nice. I'm now going to go ahead and grab some of my roofing. So we got some of this nice sloped black ice material. I'm going to have to go up to my black ice level to be able to place these. It's going to be a little bit finicky coming up here and doing all of this roofing, but should be fine. We get the hang of it. And there's that stray piece I need. What are you doing here, stray piece? This one's being a little bit finicky on where it wants to be placed, so I'm probably going to move my position and try to get it to go in from the other side. There we go. Perfect. And then I could continue going round and placing all these bits that I need to put in. Sometimes it might be a little bit finicky, as with Conan is with snap points. It's just pretty much just change your position and you might get a better placing. As long as you got those sloped, it should carry over. And as you can see, I've got a little problem here. Having this sloped here is not going to work, so we're going to need a different roof piece. Now comes my next part, where you're going to need to go ahead and put some of these in here. So there you go. Or you could pretty much just, I suppose you could just do this. And then you would have that triangle, and that's going to place outwards like that. Not that it matters on orientation. And then you're going to place your roof piece in like so. And I'm going to do this on the other side. It'll be a little bit tricky, this part. I'm going to go ahead and do like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and put one of these pieces in that I need. And that's going to have it like that. There we go. Very nice. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick this up, because this is in the wrong angle. And put it like that. And boom. So these parts, you would need just little bits out here to make the roof work. So it can be a bit fiddly, but you should be able to get it. And remember, you won't really be able to stand on these parts, but you can stand on the slope parts to be able to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and go and complete this round with doing that. So as I was showing before, stick a triangle in. You just go around and do like the whole level, and then fill it in with the rest of the stuff. Probably a little bit more practical. Boom, boom, boom. Doing the walls. Boom, boom. Okay, and then doing my inverts. And another one. And another one. And another one. So it turns out the roof works pretty well this way. You can also design the roof more different if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter as long as you have that kind of 2x2 space. But that's pretty much the principle. So that's the roof done. There we go. So it kind of looks like that so far. Got your little housey. And then inside, there you go. And you can see on the inside of here, it's kind of cool, doesn't it? But we're not here for cool, we're here to do it. And to be honest, that's pretty much the build in total, like what you kind of need to do. You can make the thing in the middle higher, or you can leave it just without the thing in the middle, as long as you've got the main bit inside. It's totally up to you, but that's what I do. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have our furnaces. I've got to be very careful about how I place this so it goes in well. I'm going to go ahead and line up with a door. So if you are building this all shut off, you probably want to, you know, place these before you shut it off with the walls. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go in here and just twiddle it around, and then another one like that. You kind of get the idea. I'm just making sure I haven't blocked my entrance off. No, haven't got too enthusiastic yet. And then just kind of like that. And then you have your entrance. And then you just come in here, and then if you want to access any of the furnaces, you can get into the back of all of them from the middle of here. Like, you have access to every single furnace from one position. And that's a decent amount of furnaces as well that you can access with this kind of build. You can shut it off, but I just thought it was awesome. And you can close that top bit off as well if you wanted to. So yeah, that's my kind of build. It should work in vanilla as long as you you know, fiddle around with it a bit more. It might be a bit annoying to get the furnace down sometimes, I've found. But that's pretty much the principle of it. And then you can have your smelters as well. If you don't like them this way around, you could turn them around as well. I mean, you could do anything with it. Like, but that's pretty much the idea of it. You have your furnace kept in a little building all together. Then when you want to smelt something, you just come indoors and you go ahead, you put your stuff in, and you get smelting, and you can find everything so easily just via the furnace building. So that's kind of my efficient furnace build. I hope you liked it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.